Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas yesterday. Some of y'all are probably still celebrating into this weekend. We are going to take a look at 3 NBA picks today. Got 2 picks that I really like, and then a lean that we'll talk about at the very end. So our last NBA video, we did hit Norman Powell over his assist, and Quentin Grimes did not end up playing. So that one got refunded unless you mix and match that, maybe made some money. But our 2 picks, let's start right here. We're going to go right back to the well with Norman Powell. Over 2.5 assists. As you can see now, this was just a regular prop, and now they have moved it to a goblin. So last time we took this the other day, he had a season high of 6 assists. So absolutely great read right there. That was a season high for him. Now they have changed it to a goblin. Go figure, right? So still no Tyler Herro. Jovic and Larson are probable. They were out last game, but this is going to be a fast game against Atlanta. Still should see 30-plus minutes, 70% hit rate throughout his last 10 games, as you can see here. Atlanta is the bottom half of the league. When we're talking about assists allowed to shooting guards, they place 18th. When we look at a head-to-head matchup, hasn't played them at all this year. Only have one game to look at here. Well, I guess 2, and they're both from last season. Not very good there, but as of late, his efficiency and usage rate has gone up quite a bit, like I said, especially with Tyler Herro being out. So that'll be pick number 1. We're just going to go Norman Powell. And don't worry, this goblin isn't like going to drop you way down. I think with the first 2 picks, we're still looking at, I don't know, probably 2.75x instead of 3x. Pick number 2, though, we can talk about Trae Young right here, over 21.5 points. Now, this is obviously the same game, Toronto and Miami. This game has an absolutely massive over-under, 248.5. So they're expecting about 250 points to be scored. Very possible. Trae Young has kind of been in and out all year. Didn't play at all in November. He just came back and smashed back-to-back games against Chicago, 35 points and 22 points. Miami is bottom 10 in points allowed to point guards. So, I mean, both of these teams have, some weak points that they allow. Neither of them are great against guards. Miami kind of has historically been known as a really good defensive team. This year, kind of second half of last year, that didn't hold up very well. They've been really susceptible to these lines against these guards. And we already know Atlanta, great offense, pretty terrible defense, right? Atlanta's kind of always been that way. They're just going to have to outscore you to beat you. But this is a very, obtainable line for him. Like I said, he comes back red hot, 35 and 22. If you just wanted to take this and bump it down to maybe like 18, I wish they had it at 19 and a half or 20 and a half. But if you want to take this at like 18 and a half, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I kind of would draw my line at 21 and a half right here. I definitely wouldn't take a demon. But that'll be pick number 2 nonetheless. Pick number 3, we're looking at Wendell Carter, over 10 rebounds and assists. This is our lean, right? So this is our lean. There's some things I like about this. There's some things I don't really like. We'll talk about both. There is massive juice to go over 9.5, minus 135 to go over. So that's why we get it at 10. Now, he only hits this in 4 of his last 10 games. All right, so don't absolutely love that. But sometimes that gets these lines pulled down just enough to where we can sneak one in on the over. But against Charlotte, I do like his game log against Charlotte, which is the matchup tonight. Played them once this year back in October, clears with 11. And then going back even further, he does clear this in 5 of his last 6 matchups against them. So really good history, really good hit rate against them. So that will be my lean right there just for those reasons. And that game also fairly high over under, if I'm being honest. They're expecting this game to be close. I think Orlando would take over Orlando minus 5.5. I don't know if we see 232, but definitely plenty of shots going up here for Charlotte. Should be playing from behind. Plenty of rebound opportunity for Wendell Carter. Assist, he doesn't typically get a ton of assists, but I mean just enough to sprinkle on top of there anyways. You can see here 3, 2, 0, 1, 3. That's just against Charlotte. We could look at just these last 5. looking at assists 1, 2, 4, 0, 2. So it could be 0, it could be 4, it could be anywhere in between. But we're really taking this mostly for his assist and just the fact that Charlotte is so terrible. That's why we're taking RA. So that'll be my 3 picks right there. Like I said, these 2 I really like: Trae Young, Norman Powell. That'll be the 2 picks. If you need a lean, if you want an extra one, Wendell Carter over 10 RA. I am just going to go ahead and power play all these together for 4.75x my money. And if you want a link to my picks so you don't have to go fishing around for these, look down in the comments and I will pin that link. So you click that, take you straight to PrizePicks, and then you can just put however much you want on it, adjust it as you will, remove players, add players, whatever you want to do. Nonetheless, 3 picks right there, man. Let's go into the weekend starting strong. Have a good Friday. Catch you on the next one. Good luck. Later.